Hey guys, welcome back to Contest Prep University. Joe Klemczewski with Adam Atkinson, episode 4 in our series on Never Do This in Prep. And we're going to talk about relying on specific foods. Initially, I wanted to talk about just the fake diet foods. We often hit that, Adam. But I really do think, we can limit our scope by just relying on certain things. I'll give you one example. Alex Thomas, the president of the Sports Nutrition Association, just did a recent post where he said, hey, look, if you're in prep, you're dieting, trying to get shredded, and you want something a little decadent, just have it. Have a half a cup of ice cream or have a piece of chocolate. Don't run to the low carb, low fat, full of polyol, just fake fiber, shit foods, just because you're trying to you make it diet friendly. Stay with the best, cleanest, highest quality ingredients, even if they're more indulgent, and make that work. Because you and I both know, and we talk about this ad nauseum, that just some of those too good to be true diet marketed foods are bad news.
Yeah, or they're bad for digestion, but a lot of times they're lying about what's in there. So I had a client end of his prep eat a Tic Tac in front of me at check-ins, and he was someone who had a hard time losing weight, and he said, I've been doing this the whole time, and his wife even tried to tell him because she was there in line with me. I was like, I can't believe that no one just brought this up to me. But he will not be eating Tic Tacs this year, and he'll come in a little bit more ready. So, but yeah, there's all those things will get you. And when you're putting so much effort into a contest prep, why leave anything like that for question? You may as well go all in. And I completely agree with you. Have a little bit of ice cream on your refeed days versus having stuff that's kind of pretend every day. That's kind of what usually ends up happening in these situations. And it's usually when the weight loss starts slowing down, it seems like, with all these dessert foods that are, high protein or fitness friendly or net carbs, are always what's kind of killing people's contest preps.
You and I are big fans of keeping things simple. We talk a lot about food quality and spacing and find what works and stick to those foundational structure elements, then use flexibility when you need it. But this is where I think you can marry the two. I've done contest preps myself where if I put something enjoyable in the day in flexible dieting 101, if I can just make it work and it helps me be consistent, then it's a win. I have done preps where my last meal of the day would be a quarter or a third of a cup of something like a fat-free frozen yogurt. I remember when rice milk was first coming on the scene, there was something called Rice Dream, which was an ice cream made out of rice milk. So just zero fat. And I would put a scoop of protein powder in that, tasted amazing. And that was my last meal of the day. Got shredded. One summer prep, I just wanted something sweet during the day, so I got in the habit of having a piece of watermelon, pure sugar, but it's a fruit and it was measured properly, and so that was my carb source at a point in time of the day that I really felt like I wanted that to just sate those sugar cravings. Totally fine. Never made me binge. Never did anything. Got shredded. So if you do something like that and it becomes part of your routine, and I emphasize again that it helps you, doesn't hurt you, doesn't become a trigger food that you can't control, then I think you're finding the real whole food good things you can even indulge on, and it doesn't harm your process.
Yeah, I completely agree. And I like the watermelon idea. You actually don't hear that too often.
It was just it was a summer, and it was, I don't know, probably for the kids or something. It was around. I'm like, man, this tastes freaking delicious when you're dieting something that's that sweet. And if you just and you can actually eat a lot because it's mostly water and the little cellulose membranes. I mean, it's kind of a fibrous fruit. It's fantastic. Just
That's awesome.
yeah, just the main thing is staying away from those fake, crappy, filler fiber, polyol, glycerin type foods that are marketed for dieting or low carb, and I think you'll always feel better.
Yeah, I'd say 90% of the time we ask for a food log, it's slower loss. Those are the things we're going to find more often than not with people.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, stay tuned. We're going to wrap this up in the final 5th episode here, and we're going to talk about who you should listen to most in your prep. See you next time.